Everyone. This week we will be revising our term papers, putting those finishing touches on our research papers and getting them polished up and revised for our final submissions. I wanted to do a quick overview of revision before you guys start this final revision process. Revision is super important. It helps you develop your content. It helps you organize your work so people can better understand you. It helps you be clear and more precise. Depending on the genre of the piece you're writing, whether it's narrative, rhetorical analysis, whatever it is, there's different things you focus on during revision, but the heart of it still remains true. There are certain areas that you want to focus in on and goals you want to work towards when revising a piece. So in college, in this class, and in other classes, and outside of college, in other areas of your life, when you are revising something, you want to focus on organization, looking at if your paper flows, does it get your point across? Clarity, is your paper easily understood? Do you have a clear argument or clear thesis statement? Do you have evidence to back up the argument you are making? Are your quotes well placed and seamless and integrated? Do you have transition sentences? The formatting for the style guide that you are using, is it correct? The general format, the in-text citations, the works cited. We've talked about Purdue OWL, and you guys have visited it many times. It's a wonderful resource, no matter the style guide you're using. They have notes on MLA and APA that will walk you through general format and how to do the in-text citations, all of that. And you're going to want to proofread, which includes grammar, punctuation. You look for any awkward phrasing you might have, and of course your title and your heading and header and all of those other little things. But these are the main things you'll be looking at. So here is an example of forming a thesis statement. I know that we did this last week, but I just wanted to really drive home the various components of that. You want to make sure it comes at the end of your intro paragraph. You want to make sure the thesis statement states your topic, your opinion, and includes your evidence or your main talking points. Here are some examples, and I will post the slideshow so you guys can go through it yourselves if you want a refresher after this video. But just remember the acronym TOE, topic, opinion, evidence. You want to make sure you have transition sentences. Does the sentence introduce the upcoming idea? Does it connect the new idea to the ideas you left off on the last paragraph? You may want to go through and highlight the beginning of each paragraph. You want to work on organization and clarity. Scan through your essay. If you have time, summarize each paragraph's main point in a few words, and make sure that the paragraph clearly presents your point, the evidence, and connects that evidence back to the paper's thesis. Sometimes you might have to move one paragraph to another area of your paper or change some sentences around, and it helps you be more clear and better organized. You want to look at your evidence and make sure that it is embedded. So with the quote Oreo method we talked about, it's the same as this quote Krabby Patty method. Here's a really good example of that with the top bun, the meat, and the bottom bun. You have your signal phrase, the quote itself, and then your explanation of the quote. And you really want to dig in and analyze that quote when you are connecting it and its relevance back into your thesis statement and back into the main ideas at the heart of your paper. Also, make sure you are citing any evidence that you have pulled from something else. You want to make sure you don't accidentally plagiarize. Okay, and as far as MLA formatting in this class goes, you want to make sure you have your last name and page number. You want to have the identifying information for the class, your name, your professor's name, the number and name of the class, and the date that you're turning it in. Make sure everything is formatted uniformly, the same text size and fonts all the way through. Check your in-text citations and make sure they are correct according to the style guide that you are using. And make sure you include all of the sources you used on your works cited page. And when you proofread, you look for grammatical mistakes, punctuation errors, weird wording, and awkward phrasing. Those things interrupt the flow of your piece and it can distract you or the reader from the ideas that you're presenting. And that's the last thing you want. You don't want some awkward phrasing to take away from the wonderful, spectacular arguments and points that you're making. But that's it. That is a little overview of the revising you should be aiming for this week. Your final copies will be due on Sunday of this coming week. If something happens that the storm makes that impossible, send me an email, reach out to me over Discord if you can, and we'll figure it out. We will come up with a new due date and see if we can try to rework things to make it a little bit easier. No one anticipated this storm. You guys won't be penalized for that. Know that I'm here to work with you. I feel like there was something else. Your weekly writing assignments and Discord discussions will also be due this week. If you have any questions in the meantime, make sure you reach out to me. I'm here to answer those. And all of you stay safe. Stay safe, stay warm, make sure you have everything you need before this storm. And I'm so excited to read your first drafts. Oh, yes. You will have feedback on your first draft by Wednesday of this week. So if you want to kind of plan for doing your initial revisions towards the beginning of the week and then the middle of the week, you'll be receiving the feedback on your first drafts from me within your Google Docs. So if you have any questions in the meantime, as I said before, send me an email, reach out to me over Discord, and stay safe, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's, and I'll see you all soon.